Well, it sure is a nice day today. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the nice weather today. Yeah, today is oh, I can't remember what day it is. Anyway, it's very comfortable. Uh, it's 77 degrees, and that's cool. At 11 a.m. and on Thursday, July 18. Yeah, 2024. Yeah, it's really nice. Nice, cool. Yeah, cool. And a cool breeze. Yeah, I don't know which way it's coming from, but it's cool. Feels feels nice. I didn't go out to the big pasture yet. I'm just waiting for the ground to dry out. It was pretty muddy. Even with the ATV, it was kind of muddy out there. Yesterday, I was checking that south fence. Out top, it was all right. On the top pasture, it was not too wet. But down in that bottom, along that fence, especially on the west end, oh, it was kind of muddy. I was making tracks, so I want to let it dry out a little bit today before I go down there. Because all I'm doing today is clearing some brush, some flood debris away from that fence near the southwest gate. Because I want to get that. I want to. Most of the south fence is clear, except for near the gate. So, and I need to clean that up so I can jump the north fence to that fence, that section of the fence on the south fence, so I can at least have that part electrified, and then I can work on the west side of the south fence near the creek and Charger, where all the trash built up from the flood that's clinging to the fence right now. And when I let that stuff dry up too, I don't want to work with that stuff when it's wet. If it's dried up, it's easier to handle, falls off easier. Anyway, I'm gonna be going out there pretty soon since it's pretty comfortable out here. Sun's still warm. I mean, when you're out in the sun, it's still warm, so that's always something you have to endure. Okay, cat, no, 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 no. Oh, he wants to jump on me. Yeah, I gotta back up to him so he just rubs his body against me instead of jumping on my shoulders. Oh, he did it anyway. Okay, well, I'm ready to head out. Uh, Pretty soon anyway. I'll be out there before noon. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm glad it cooled off. Okay, I gotta get going. The cat's bothering me again. All right, he just can't leave me alone. All right, okay, let's go. All right, gotta. Ah, I gotta go. Catch you later. Well, it's 77 degrees, and just after 11 a.m. So, a nice day today. Nice day to do some work on the fence. 11:25 a.m. Thursday, July 18. It's 2:30 p.m. Just around 81 degrees. Still feels good out here. Okay, I'm getting ready to start. Head out to the big pasture now. I'm getting a late start, but I'll get out there. Maybe the ground will be a little drier today. It's after 2:30 p.m. and it's been a nice day, but I was going to go out earlier to the big pasture, but it was kind of wet yesterday. I just wanted it to dry out a little more, but I guess my main reason was I got caught up in watching some YouTube videos. Yeah, Anyway, I'm getting going again. Today's, what did I say today was? Thursday. Thursday, July 18. Yeah, I'm ready to head out. I had to come out to the barn to get my pitchforks because I might need it to move around some of that, or to get some of that flood debris off my fence down there. Big pasture. And while I'm out here, I noticed something. Yeah, I noticed something about my fence. See that post there? That's where my overflow is in the pond. And I guess during the flood, I guess this pond was pretty full too. It wasn't in the bottom, but it was still 8 inches of rain put a lot of water into there. Anyway, I noticed that post is bouncing around. It's low down, it's lower down, and it's swinging. So let me go over and take a look at it. This never happened before. I can tell you that. This never happened before. Of course, we never had 8 inches of rain before either. You can see my culvert there. I don't know how I'm going to fix this. I can see right now that my culvert broke. Yeah, I don't know why I got a big culvert there and a little culvert there. So far the dam on the pond is okay. I still got plenty of room because the overflow is right down in there somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but somewhere in there. So I still got plenty of room here on the dam. So it's not an emergency, but it's something I'll have to work on one of these days. I really can't. I don't have any soil here, but I'm gonna have to go down in there and dig around someday. I can still see water flowing out. So unless I get another 8 inches of rain, I don't think it'll go over. It'll still trickle it out here. So the pond won't empty out anytime soon. I just gotta deal with it someday. As far as the fence goes, I think the fence is okay. And when I put the cattle back in here, I don't think they'll bother it. I might just move the post. Anyway, that's what this is. That's what this is. It's just another problem with too much rain. Okay, let's head out to the big pasture. Deal with my problems out there. Working on the fence. I'm out here. Before I head out over there to work on that south fence over there, I want to get a look at this fence. I'm not going to do any work on it for a while, but because I got to get that other fence cleared off and charged again. But I just want to walk along there and take a look at it, because I never got a good look at it. I was so busy during the flood, after the flood that day, that just to get the fence away from the road, I didn't really record much. I'm going to take a better look at it now. I can see how high the water was here. There. Piled them limbs up on there. And it pulled that post over. Well, at least my anchor's held a little bit. But I'll need to straighten it up one of these days. But not until after I get the fence up over that way, then I can pull this tighter. But that's how high the water went up over here. You see all the debris there. And I think that's where that stick came from too. Yeah, because this was all underwater when I first saw it. But I'm going to go on down that way, take a look at it. You can see how this fence here started to get pushed over by the current. See how all the posts are leaning this way. Over there, they're not so bad because there wasn't much water flowing there. But right here is where the water started to push the post over and out. Over and out. Yeah. Yeah. And you can see where the fence, the power pole kept that from going any farther. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I need to put another big post in there to hold the fence from washing away next time. That's something to think about. Anyway, that's where the fence is now. Was going right there, on the edge of that, in between the two greens there, the lighter green in the middle. Yeah. And now the fence is laying down with posts and all. All the posts, most of the posts are connected, so I think they had enough insulators on them that retain most of the posts, as far as I can tell. But see those yellow poles? That's how far out the fence goes, almost to the road. I had to pull it off the road. I had to pull it back from the road, one post at a time, with the fence. And it was pretty heavy, but I'm going to walk down there. This is a job for another day, but because I got work over there on the other fence, where the cattle are. I got to get that working again first. Before I can start on this, but I'll get to it eventually. I don't know if you can see that post. The post with the yellow plastic on them, that was my last fence that I put up here because the fence was kind of short, and so I wanted to make sure it was high enough. I had one wire on top on the inside of the fence, just to make sure the cattle don't want to jump over it. It worked pretty good until the flood came. Anyway, there's one post thing. It was laying over there. I had to pull it back. So that's a single wire on top, on the very top, a single wire. All the other wires are attached to the short post that were knocked over. Yeah. And there's another one of the long posts with the yellow single wire. And that's the old feeder that was, my brother saw it. I was here working on this fence, trying to pull it back a little bit after the waters went down. But he said that he saw that thing out there in that bean field. I wonder what else is out there. Anyway, that's where the fence used to be, right here. And now it's laying down. All the wires are still there, hooked to the T-posts, but they're all laying down flat. You can see the wires here. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires. The barbed wire is the one that caught most of the debris. There's a smooth wire, barbed wire. No, wait. Smooth wire, barbed wire, smooth wire, barbed wire, and a smooth wire on top. So it was a three. This fence was originally a three smooth wires, and then I added the 2 barbed wires, plus the one single one on the very top later on. But at least it's intact. I just don't know how I'm gonna somehow drag it all that way with the tractor when the ground dries out. Still pretty wet over there, so I'm gonna wait for. By the time I get done getting that fence fixed and energized again, this ground should be dry enough for a tractor, and I can start pulling this back to where the fence belongs, and then try to figure out a way to put the fence back up. Yeah, I pulled the fence back, and I put the yellow poles there to identify it with the white jugs. The white jugs were on the posts, so at least I cleared it off the road. I notice when people drive through here now, they slow down right here because all that flood made all those ripples. The ripples over there. Yeah, and then it pushed all the rock off the road too, into the ditch. Anyway, that's where the fence goes. I got some work cut out for me here, but one step at a time. I gotta get the fence by the creek working again first. Yeah, people slow down right there. Kind of bumpy. Well, at least I still have my wooden post that was over there. Yeah, those were some tension wires, those yellow posts. They pulled the post out, or pulled the T-post that I had there, but those here were just to identify it so I wouldn't hit them with the lawnmower. Yeah, but they stayed because there's just a little post there. But the guide wires that were on it, or the tension wires, they're still attached to that post. Anyway, that post is still intact, so that's good. And here's the wire that goes around. That power pole held it back again, so those power poles actually kept it from going onto even farther across the road. So that was good. Anyway, that's what this fence is. I've got a lot of work to do here, but not today. Yeah. You can see all the these weeds were pretty tall, and they got pushed over too. Yeah. My fence was over that way. That's where it was located. Okay, well, I gotta get some work done today on the other pasture across the creek, so let me go do that. Yeah, it's a mess, but I'll get it straightened up eventually. Just take some time. Okay, I gotta go back. Get some work done. There's my wooden post that was over there, and there's the fence, and then it goes back around that power pole on down to where my ATV is. Before I head back to the ATV and get some work done, I'm going to go down to the road crossing and see what that looks like. This creek crossing survived without any damage. I was surprised nothing got washed away. This here's where the stream comes down through out of my property, crosses the road. Yeah, at least it's not clogged up. That's where it goes across the road and to the neighbors. Look what the water did there. It pushed all those weeds down. Yeah, they had years ago. They put a bunch of riprap here because this was eating out their ground here. They put a lot of big rocks and stuff in there to hold it back. That must have been from a previous crossing that got washed out, and so they improved it somewhat with this concrete. Yeah, that's with the old stuff though. I kind of did the same thing on my bridge. I got some old concrete from my first crossing that got wiped out. So we've had other floods, but this was the worst one that I can remember. 8 inches of rain. It's hard to believe. Yeah. This still works. Still got most of that fence is intact. I just got to do that wing back there, put that back up. But the fence is laying in the pasture, so that's good. Okay. All this fence has to be put back eventually. Okay. I wasn't very smart. I should have walked back to my ATV and drive down here. Now I got to walk all the way back. I can see the cattle way up there on top. Yeah, top of the gate. Okay, let's get across the creek and get some work done. Ripple effect left by the water, flood water going across the road. Okay, let's get back to my ATV. I guess I'm lucky on this gate here, because I had this post here anchored back to that tree. Did it last year. Mostly because I just wanted to pull the post back to raise the gate up so it wouldn't drag on the ground when I opened and closed it. But look, a lot of that dirt around the post got washed away. I had rocks and everything in there. That's probably where these big rocks came from. I had them in there, so water came across here. Yeah, and scoured that out in there. Washed them big rocks out of there too. So I remember putting the rocks in there to tighten the post up, but then last year I did that. That helped a lot more. Anyway, I could have lost this post and gate too if it wasn't tied down. So I need to learn to tie posts up so they don't go away. Okay, let's get back. Since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and move my hog panels. I drove them over yesterday. Put them back over there for now anyway, and so I can drive through here easier. I braced that post a little bit with some rock. I might put some more in there later. And I forgot one. I got the big one. I got the big one moved up there. I just gotta throw that one up there with it. Something looks funny over there. I think a tree fell down on my fence. But it looks like it's so rotten it busted it up, but it's still laid on the fence. I'll go fix that. Although this fence ain't on anyway, but I'm gonna fix it while I'm thinking about it. This will probably be the last fence I work on since I don't need to turn it on. I gotta clean up this fence all along all the way down to the other corner. Get that fixed first so I can turn all this fence on. Okay. But first things first. Well, I could see where the water came out of that field. Look at all those soybeans, all full of mud. He may lose that crop. A neighbor. You can see how high the water was. It's higher than that fence because it came over the road here. It came over this little dam that I had here. And then would have washed that log away, but they got blocked by that tree. The other tree that was down there, that got washed up over there, and I cut that up yesterday. And this log that was here, either it fell apart or it wound up down there by the gate, which I probably got to move before I can go through that gate down there. Well, at least this is an easy fix. The log busted up, so that's good. I'll have to replace one insulator, but I can do that some other time. Like I said, this fence ain't on anyway. Yeah, I'll just put that up temporarily. Fix it later. Oh, I can see the red. I can see the road that crosses there's the bridge right in front of that white house there, across the back side of it. That's the bridge, and that's the road going up from the bridge, going up and around. Comes out of that, crosses that bottom there. And that's my bridge. Here's a little pond that's a remnant of the old creek. Yeah, this is a good place to explain that. And, something bit my leg. When I first bought this land, this area was all forested. All here. The creek used to run through here. Ran through here. Put it this way. That creek was the same. Came there. Then it made a big turn. Made a big turn in there. Come across here. Made another big turn where I'm standing. This whole area was a big turn in the creek. And then it went across the bottom of this hill. And then crossed over that way back into the creek. So I had all these trees pushed out, and I had all the trees dumped into this whole creek over here. That's why this is mounted up so high. I had all the trees buried from this area there. And then I had the creek dug out from there all the way down to meet up with the creek again. And then I had the dirt from there put over here to cover these trees up. And then I don't know if I had some trees over there or not, but anyway, I had a culvert put in there. Yeah, so the water, any water that backs up here would go back that way, go out the culvert that goes out from there to the creek. Yeah, so this is part of my road. I could have had a overflow right here where I'm standing, but I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I wanted. I don't know. I wasn't thinking. Probably because I didn't have a culvert at the time. I had to hurry up before he got done with this. I had to buy a big culvert to put in there. So that's probably why I didn't use one here. Didn't have one at the time. Anyway, back to that creek is flowing through the middle now. Washed out that. Used to have a big sandbar here. Yeah, that got washed out, and now it's flowing down the middle. Yeah. Maybe I'll go down there and look for colored stones. I like to do that sometimes. Once in a while I find the arrowhead, but not lately. Yesterday I cleared out that tree that fell there. The stump is over that way in front of that fence. And all the logs that I cut up are over there on the outside. I just threw them out there. But now I don't want to go up that way. I need to go out down to that corner. And I need to clean out in front of that gate so I can go through there with my ATV. So I was lucky that this fence didn't get wiped out by that log. Post got bent over a little bit. Or should I say tree? Yeah, because the big root was right here. Yeah, so all I can do is pull these up a little bit, and this fence will be ready to clean later on. But first I got to start down there on the very far end, way down there. That's a little better. I straightened the post up a little bit. It's not much holding them in. They're still wobbly, but as the ground dries and I clear away that flood debris on the fence, I'll pack the soil around the post or drive them in a little bit more. First things first, let's get that gate cleared first. Okay, let's clear that gate. I'm pretty sure these logs came from over there where I was just on the other side of that pond. The little pond over there by the other fence. It's almost 4 p.m. And I moved the big log. It was on top anyway. I moved it over here out of my way. Then I moved that other log that's on the bottom. It's all rotten. As I was carrying one end, swinging it around, it broke in half. So now it's 2 pieces. It's pretty rotten. Both of them logs came from that other end down there. I just laid them there because they're too heavy to move anywhere else. And I cleaned that flood debris away from the fence and the gate. I'll probably burn it someday when it dries up. Probably what I'm going to do with all that stuff down there too. All the stuff that I cleaned away from the fence, I'll make piles, and when they dry up, I'll burn them all. That's the best way to deal with that flood debris. And it won't burn until it dries. I'm pretty tired. Oh, that's the breeze. It's from the north and it's cool. Well, that's good. Of course, my sweat helps that too. Okay. I left that little plastic container just as a reference. Because it was laying there anyway. That log here was laying on top of it. I'll probably take that home. on my way back. It's just going to float away if I leave it out here. Okay, let's go. Yeah, if that gate wasn't there and that post wasn't there, all that stuff would have been down there. With there's some big logs down there on that corner too. Because the water was going in this direction. That's why this fence was mostly spared. Yeah, too much damage. Because the water was flowing with the fence, not against it. Yeah. Now down there, I was lucky because all that water from down there was flowing along that fence, because it's lower down there, and it was from all the way up to the other end. They were flowing along the fence, but it was shallow water, so it wasn't very deep, and there wasn't as much force on it. But as it got to that corner, the fence collected more trash. Yeah. Okay, let me go through the gate and get down there. That's the main reason I came out here, to work on that. And I've been doing all this other stuff first. This log came from down there, over there, on the end of that pond. Okay. It was on the high ground too, and this water still came over that high ground there and washed everything down here. Oh, that fence looked better since I straightened the post up a little bit. Yeah, the only thing damaged that one was that big tree that got hung up from up there. It got washed down there from that yellow pole. It washed down here and hung up against that fence there with the root, which bent that fence out. Well, I'm going to close the gate behind me in case the cattle come down here. Yeah, I figured that's an empty tub, and I think it was my neighbor who raises cattle upstream. That was a protein tub. It got somehow caught up in the flood. I'll take it home. I can use it for a water container. Okay, let's keep going. I gotta head way down there and do some work there. Oh boy. At least they didn't move that tire and salt block. But I tell you what the flood moved is I had a big pile of limbs here, branches and limbs. That all got washed away. Yeah, it's all probably down there. And even the force of the water bent that little post. Yeah. Okay, got the gate open. I want to go through there now. One thing I didn't realize until I just got here is that beside that one stump there used to be a lot, so there probably still is a few that caught up, but there used to be a lot of limbs here, through here. A lot of fallen branches, logs that washed up from other floods. Looks like most of them are gone. We'll see. Anyway, I'm headed down that way. I'm not going to clean this up yet. I'll do that, start that tomorrow. But today I gotta clean up that area, at least from the gate that way, for sure. Because I want to be able to turn this fence on from that gate that way, from the north, and hook it to the north fence to energize it. At least that'll be that much more fence electrified. Then I'll get to this, start working on this tomorrow. I hope the cool weather lasts. It's nice today. I should have done more work today, but I don't know. I just feel like relaxing a little bit more. And catch up on my YouTube videos. I got behind there for a while. Okay. I'll catch you down there. If I remember, I'm going to disconnect the fence either over here, because there's a wire going underneath the ground there. I can either disconnect it over there, whichever one's easier, or over here, because I don't need to turn that one on yet. The cattle aren't in there. But once I get this fence, I'll energize all this here. I'll clean all this up and all the way down to there and this here, because then then at least I have this fence here energized, and here energized, and this whole side energized, because that's where the cattle are. So I can always work on the other side later. Well, I checked this fence last night. It was kind of dark, but yeah, I checked it after the sun went down. It looked pretty good from here all the way up to where it meets the north fence. So I'm pretty confident there's nothing grounding here. And I'll check it again before after I get done working down here, clear this fence behind me. I'll go check that again, and then if it's all good, I'll hook it up and see if it works. I'll hook it to the north fence, so at least this big part will be energized. Yeah, I got a little bit more work there here, and then I'll be done out here today, I think. I'm getting tired already. At least I got some clouds every once in a while to give me some shade. That's always nice. Nice fluffy ones too. It's nice when the cloud or sun's behind the cloud. Like up there now. Of course I got shade here because of the tree. Yeah, but anyway, that's what I got to work on. I got to work on this over here. Yeah, I just got to clean up from here to there today, from there to the gate, and unhook the fence. Unhook this fence from this one, and then I can energize this one once it's cleared off. Hey! I found my log! Oh, I found my post! Lucky me! Yeah. Doesn't take much to make me happy. I found a wood post, makes me happy. Yeah. I can't get angry. I can't get angry at the flood. It's not the flood's fault. I'm the one who built the fence in its way. Yeah. I knew there was a risk involved when I put a fence in the bottom like this. And I knew this area floods every once in a while. But usually when it floods, it's only up a couple wires. Don't flood the whole, doesn't knock the whole fence down. But anyway, what happened happened. I can't get angry at the flood. I can only get disappointed that I have to do more work to put it back. But I'm happy I got my post back. How about that? How about that? Yeah, that has to be the same post that was down there at the other, by the bridge. Yeah. Way down there. Way down there. It went from all the way down there, flowed underneath my gate, I think. It flowed underneath the gate, and it flowed underneath all this fence here. And it came all the way down here. I'm lucky I didn't lose it, because it could have went that way. But luckily it went this way. And that's the only post I had out here, so that's the same one. I'll take that back to the house. And when I need it, at least I know I'll have it. Now there's a cross fence that was going across there, a little short ways, like right there. That got knocked down, but I think I can find that. I see the T-post, so all the T-posts didn't disappear. Just a matter of digging it out of there. I'll turn this off. I can just it's already unhooked. How about that? It's already unhooked. Yeah, I set this up so I could just hook it and unhook it. Yeah. Yeah, a long time ago when I first put cattle out here, I had the fence going out. That's before I had all this fence here. Yeah, whatever. And then I had the fence going across that little stream there, and along the bottom of that hill on that side, and out to the bridge, and then over, or the road, close to the road, and then over to connect to the other fence that goes that way along the road. And the cattle were in there for a few years, but then I had a big landslide on that hill over there, and wiped out my fence, so I just left it alone after that. And I redirected the fence here and on this side like it is now. So worked out pretty good. I know I got to get to work on what I came out here for. Clean that out, and that out, and that out, all the way to that post. At least that much. And then I think I'll just connect that black pipe there that has a wire in it that goes underneath the gate, and I'll just disconnect it there since it's easy to get to. Well, at least I'm in the shade most of the time. At least over here I can cool off. People still use this road. Kind of bumpy now. Yeah, there's some kind of it said mechanics on it. Must be a tool vendor. Yeah. This road's more heavily used now than it was when I first moved out here, because there's people living up there, and now it's a shortcut. Because when I first moved here, that was a dirt road from our house. No, from that house up there. Yeah, from there was a dirt road. Then they added rock here. Then and then later on, people started moving in up there. 2 houses I know of, up on top. And then now they got it rocked all the way to the other blacktop road. Well, we got it cleaned up. All I gotta do now is disconnect that wire. So I disconnect that wire, I can energize this from the north fence in, and then I'll work on the other fence later. It had the copper wire covered with tape to keep it from corroding, especially since it's tied to aluminum. I learned that from my dad. Aluminum and copper don't mix well together, especially when they're electrified. Disconnected, and I'm ready to hook up the north fence, see if it'll all work together. When I come back and before I leave, I'm going to try to move these logs out of the way. At least away from this corner. Yeah. And the gate. But first I want to get this fence working. Let's go to the north fence and hook it up. Now I'm going to drive along the fence, check the insulators, make sure everything's okay. Last night when it was too dark, I was just checking for limbs and stuff. I wasn't checking that good. But today I'm going to check good and make sure it's all good to hook up. It's still wet there. That's where I got stuck last. The spring. I got stuck this spring. Yeah, cutting grass twice. Inside the pasture and outside too. Same day. Okay, now I'm just checking the fence. I should clean off all them leaves there. But I don't think I will. I should, but I'm just too late. I can do it some other time. So far, so good. Everything looks good. Yeah, that floodwater sure cleaned this fence underneath the fence out real nice. Probably going to be a lot of weeds growing in there now. Here's a good example of when this little stream that goes on the outside there, it follows along the boundary of the property. It's inside my boundary, but I can't use it. Too many trees in the way. Too hard to put a fence up near a stream. Anyway, that overflowed like it always does, but this time it overflowed a lot. And actually, this water comes down from the farm. Yeah, the farm's about 2 miles that way, and all the water from there starts up there by the farm, and then that's the watershed for this stream here. So all this water traveled across the farmland, so I got some of the farm soil here. Hey, isn't that something? Anyway, this shows how the water, when it comes out, the water slows down. It deposits sand and silt. Yeah, there's a couple places like that where the water came out and left some deposits. Yesterday evening it was too dark to see anything when I came through here checking the fence. Actually, I just checked to make sure the fence was still up. But that log there, that washed out, the water must have been that high to get it to go up that far. Anyway, that log was washed. It was left over there. I had a whole tree that was cut up and I left there. Some logs are missing, and one of them is over here. Isn't that something? That's how much water was down here. All came out of that stream there along that edge there before the opening. Okay, sun's out. Gotta keep going. This is where that little log came from. And it looks like there was logs all the way from here. I can see the depressions where the logs were laying. Yeah, it was all cut up. Those are cut up too, but those were buried enough where they didn't wash away. But those got washed away, so I don't know. I guess they went down into with the rest of the water. I guess they were light enough. Anyway, they're gone. And there's the rest of the fence. Looks like it's all clean there. I checked that yesterday, and I'm gonna check it all the way up along there, and I'll connect it up there to the north fence and see if it still works. Yeah, I'm gonna try to drive up along this hill here, up that way, and then check that fence there. 'Cause I checked it yesterday, but it was kind of dark, so I'm gonna check it again. I could see from here that it looks pretty good. Just realized what happened here. Yeah, that log wasn't laying there before. It was laying like that one. It was laying out there, but I guess the water whipped it around, floated it up, and then pushed it this way. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. There, I fixed it. Okay. Now, I can't drive up here, but I can drive up along the other side and get up there. Continue my check so I can get up there and hook the fence up. I could go up the normal way and come back and around and check it and come back down, but I'm going to take the shortcut and just to go up and then check it, and then I end up where I want to hook it to the north fence. So let me do that. Well, this fence is okay. Now I got to check the rest of it, which it looks okay from here, and I got to connect it up there. Well, that fence is all good from here down and all the way around to the other southwest gate. So I'm going to jump that wire, that red wire, over to this one, because this says the north fence. It's working good. So I'm going to jump it over to see if it'll make both fences work. Success! North fence was working good over there, that charger, because I replaced that about a month ago. Yeah, because it wasn't working good. I'm glad I did, because now I need it. Now I need that good fence that's working good to jump over to this fence to make this one good all the way up to the southwest gate that I just cleared. And before I replaced that charger, that's what I was doing with this fence. This fence was working good before the flood, and when that fence wasn't working, and then I was jumping this good fence to that one to make it work until I got a new one. Yeah, so that's one reason I got separate chargers, just in case one of them breaks down or the fence gets damaged like it did during this flood, and then I can switch back and forth between chargers. So now this south fence is charged all the way up to the southwest gate, so at least that's something. The calves were playing King of the Mountain over there. They're on that little hump there that was left over when they built the pond. And some of the cattle are grazing. The other ones are probably down in the water somewhere. But yeah, I just was thinking of, oh, there's a Highland cattle over there. Yeah, they're laying down. I was thinking of something as I was driving through the bottom down there. I don't think they're eating much down there because the flood covered the grass with dirt. It's going to be a while before we get if we get a rain and the dirt gets washed off of it, off the grass, they might eat it again.
But for now, I think most of it's got too much mud on it for them to really want to eat it. That's why they're up here. So I'm going to wait a few days before I feed them hay, because I want the ground to dry out. I see something down there. Oh, look at that. Oh, I caught it. The calves are having a stampede. Here comes another one. Whoa! I missed that. That white one jumped in the air like a deer. The white one. Oh, those are brother and sister over there. The whiter one was jumping around like a calf. Yeah. I'm glad I got those calves ready. That was nice. I think they're all here. Where's the bull? Oh, he's over there on the left. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're all here. They're all here, and the Highland cattle are down over there. But I'm going to head back down to the southwest gate and move some of them logs, since it's still comfortable out here. And I got the south fence working up to the gate anyway. That's a load off my mind. And like I said, since most of that grass down in the bottom here was covered with dirt from the flood, I'm going to give them some hay up here. That's why I haven't seen them eating down there yet since the flood, because they've been up here eating. And now I know why. Too much mud on the grass. Flood mud. Is that what we call it? Flood mud? Alright, I gotta head back down there now and move some more stuff there at the gate. It's almost 5 p.m. And you can see I'm at the bottom of the little pathway here. I'm down at this corner again. That's all. That fence is all on now. It's all clear and on. And now I can feel more at ease at knowing the fence is electrified and to keep the cattle in. Although I don't think they're going to be coming down here to eat, because I think the grass just has the thin layer of dirt on it. It makes the cattle don't want to eat it now. If we get a rain without a flood, that might make the grass more palatable. Just tastes better. Palatable, yeah, tastes better. It won't taste like dirt. And you can see how the high water came. It left some water here, but then it's over there too. So it must have been up here and around, and then back over here. Yeah. So let's go check the fence and head down to the other end. I'm trying to recreate what I did, what I recorded last night after the sun went down, because it was too dark, and at least now I can see better. So this is the east fence going here, and it's energized now, so I got to be careful I don't touch it. It's energized, and that's the southeast gate, and from here it goes down all the way down to the southwest gate, and that's where I'm headed. Yeah, the floodwaters came through here, washed all this out, cleaned all this up here, all the way down here and all the way down there. The water more or less followed the bottom here where the fence is, because as the land rises up toward the trees on the right, all the water accumulated down here, and that's where the water was coming from too, is that creek over there. There's a creek right outside, just before that clearing. Yeah, or just at that clearing. Yeah, and the water came out of the creek and it backed up the hill far away, but it also was flowing down that way to the gate. Yeah, that's the path of the water. That's why this fence wasn't damaged, because the water was shallow, slow moving, and it was following along with the fence instead of against the fence. So that's why this fence is still good, and I'm grateful for that. Now I'm going to head down there to the southwest gate and do just a little bit more work there, clearing them big logs out of the way. There's that log that It's been laying here for years, ever since I put the initial fence up, or sometime when a tree fell down and I cut it up, and I didn't want to use it, so I just left it under the fence. And it went all the way, the logs all the way went to about there. But one of them got washed way over there. That's how high the water came. Went up the hill when this stream here overflowed. Yeah, it filled up this whole area here along the fence. Okay, let's keep going. Well, it's 5 p.m. now. Sun's still pretty high. Yeah. And the fence is clear all the way down. Yeah. Fence is still pretty high up there. That's, what did I say? Let's see, 16, 17, 18. Well, it's been 2 days since the flood. Yesterday was the first day, today's the second day. And this ground's still pretty wet. I even see some cow tracks here where they came down here, but it's pretty soft, even for my ATV. So I don't want to drive the tractor in here or the truck, because I make tracks and I'll probably get something stuck. Anyway, I can do the work I need to do out here with the ATV for now, but the fence by the road, I'll need a tractor for that, tractor and a truck for that. Yeah, so I'll need a tractor to drag the fence closer to where it originally was, and then I need the truck to carry all my tools to fix it, to put it back up. Anyway, right here, fence curves around, ends up down at that gate down there, and then that's where I got to do some more work today. Not much more, a little bit. Almost to the gate now. You can see where I got how wet it is here. I have to remember that whenever I mow with the lawnmower, because I have to avoid this area. I think I'm gonna get some poles with some yellow. I'm gonna avoid it from that pole to about right here, so I can kind of I'll mark it with this tree, big sycamore with some 3 big sprouts at the bottom. And that post there, that's the wettest areas. Okay, let me head down there, get this something else picked up. Oh, back where I started from. Back where I started from. I forget the words. Yeah, I'm gonna move them all. I gotta remember to get that post in. Yeah, I'm just real glad the post ended up down here and didn't continue its journey downstream. I'm glad I found it. A little joy in my life. Okay, let's move them big logs out of the way. Figure out where I'm going to put them. For right now, I want to see if I can either pull them out this way or drag them this way. I'll see which one makes it easier. Because once I open the gate, I would like to drag them out that way. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Get a different angle on it. Okay, let's see what I can do. Move those 2 logs somewhere. That birch log with all those mushrooms growing on it, that's real light. I could throw it across, but I was just leaving it there for now. But that big log, oh, that's heavy. It's waterlogged and heavy. I'm gonna have to try to drag it with the ATV if I can get a rope strong enough to hold it. Well, the rope's not very strong, but I think it's strong enough to drag that out of there so I can open the gate. I threw the other log. It was rotten. It was real light. I just threw it I just threw it over the top. Wish this one was that light. Okay, let me pull her forward, see what I need a stronger rope though. Maybe. Yeah, I knew that rope wasn't strong enough. Oh well, Let me try to move it a different way. I was barely able to pick it up, move it onto my post, and now I can slide it out of the way. I don't know what to do with the rest of it though. Well, if I can get a bigger, stronger rope out here, I can drag it someplace else. But for now, I'll just leave it out here in the open. Anyway, I got it moved. I'll figure out what to do with it later. I need a stronger rope to pull it with. Anyway, I'm going to clear out a little bit around that gate before I go home. It's ready, 5:30. I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to, like I said, clean around that corner. At least pull it away from the gate. That log's too heavy. I don't have nothing to pull it with. No rope strong enough. I got to bring another rope here. I could use a chain, but I'd rather use a rope. I'm just going to clean a little around the gate there and be done. Well, that's a lot cleaner. I noticed that that post there on this end of the gate was pushed that way a little bit. I had to pull it back to line up the gate because the gate wasn't even with the post. So I got that fixed. I have to put something behind that post to hold it up. And the post in the corner, I got to add some dirt there too. I think I'm gonna wait and bring some bucket of rock down here. I'm gonna put a bucket of rock around that post, and I'm gonna dig out a little bit there and put a bucket of rock around that post too, just to make it more secure for the next high water. Yeah, I need a bucket of rock, or at least maybe half a bucket in each one. That ought to do it. Oh, that's about all I'm going to do today. I'm going to check that fence one more time before I go back to the house. It's still early as far as the sun goes, but I'm tired. I didn't do very much today, but I'm just tired. I think I'm just tired of thinking about all the work ahead. I'll space it out. As long as the cattle have enough to eat, I'm okay. I'll give them some bales here. In a few days, I want the ground to dry out a little bit first. They still got some grass to eat up on top. There's grass down here, but if you look close, or at least I can see it, I can see a brown tint on the grass, especially in this area, because this is where the flood water came through. And you can see where I drove through it yesterday. Yeah, it had water standing in there. So all this low side here, yeah, I can still see some water. This was all underwater, all the way up to about there. Yeah. Anyway, you can see it's wet in that area for sure, because that's where I came through. Anyway, I'm going to head back to the house anyway. I'm done. I've done enough today. Tomorrow I'll start on this. Oh look, I got my log, my post. That's not a log, that's a post. I hope I can dry. My handlebars are kind of tight, but I'll see what I can do. Yeah, should be okay. Yeah, I'll start clearing this, start here, and I'll work my way down. I'll make piles as I go along, just like I did here. I'm gonna have a lot of these by the time I get done. Yeah, I'll make some piles. Because all I really need to do is go to that gate. Yeah, I can disconnect the fence on the other side of the gate. Because the cattle aren't in there anyway. Kind of a tight fit in here. But I can still grab my handlebars and I still got I can use it one-handed if I have to. Okay, let's head back to the gate and get out of here. This is hard to get on and off this ATV with this log on here, or post. I keep calling it log. This post. I'm going to use my pitchfork to open the gate. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's go through. Well, I still had to get off the ATV to close this gate, but oh well. That saved me one getting off and on. The gate's closing. I found a good way to carry that plastic black tub. Put it over my spreader thingy. Yeah. Okay. That works out pretty good. There's only so much I can haul on this thing, but as long as I get back to the house. Okay, I got a couple more gates to close. So let's go. One by the bridge and one by the road. Oh boy. I was talking to my phone, or camera, whatever you call it. And I didn't even have it. I wasn't even recording. I was just jabbering it on. Anyway, I was saying that this is a nice relaxing place to stop and rest. Looking at the water. And a cool breeze too coming across the bridge here. Coming from the north. I'm in the shade. But then I noticed some white wrap. The silage white wrap. Stuck in the sand there. I don't know if that's new or if that's been there a while. It just got uncovered because a few years ago the neighbor upstream who raises cattle, he used a lot of that white wrap. I don't know if he dumped it in the creek or it just wound up in there somehow. A lot of it floated down here, and my other neighbors downstream, they were complaining about it too. That could be an old from a long time ago that got covered up. Because there used to be a big sandbar there until, well, actually the sandbar came out farther. Came out from like here into there. That got washed away. Now the creek's flowing through the middle again. Anyway, I gotta close the gate here and drive up there. I don't know what to fix first. This or the one by the road. I think I'll do this first. This looks like it's might be easier. Here I gotta find all the T-posts. I don't know where they all went. Over there along the road, the T-posts are hooked to the fence. Here though, some of them are missing. Yeah, I might do this first. Yeah. One by the road can wait. But first I gotta do the one along this creek side. Yeah, so I can turn the fence back on. Okay, let's close the gate and get out of here. Since I was here anyway, I went ahead and cleaned that fence up. There's all the grass I took off of it. And one of the posts was in the creek there. Over there, I got that back. That's the one that was laying up against. I got it tied to the gate over there. The other two posts were laying down here. That post was still standing. That one was standing and bent over, but that's not a fence post, or that's not for the fence. That's just to hold my gate. That holds my gate open when I open the gate. At least I got this a little bit cleaned up. I didn't have to, but I just did it because I was tired looking at it. And it was cool under here. Okay, I'm ready to head to the house. I'm ready to go back to the house, but I know there's some posts missing here. Those big tall ones, I have some big tall ones up here. That may be one of them. and that's one over there. I just want to see where they went. I saw one out here, so I'm going to get that one. But I think there's some others out here too. I want to see if I can find them before the grass grows back. Found that one out there a little ways. That's probably where that insulator came from, and there's an insulator there. Yeah. And I found 3 more out there. So I'm not sure where they came from. But 2 of them belong here, I think. There's one. There's another one there. Yeah. Yeah, I think those 3. Those 3 probably belong here, here. Oh, there's a one here. At least one there, 2, 3, maybe 4. At least 3. At least 3 of them belong here, and one I think belongs over here somewhere. Yeah, because I had these spaced pretty far apart. They were taller than the rest of the fence. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough for today. I'm tired. My legs are tired. I got these big boots on because I thought the ground was wet out there, but I think tomorrow I'll just wear regular shoes. It's not as wet as it was before. Okay, I did enough today. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. It's 6:30 now, and I'm ready to go home. I'm not even going to unload the post. I'll do that tomorrow. Alright. I think I'm done. Too tired to do anything else. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. I changed my mind. It's passing right by here, so I'm just going to dump it off with the other 2 posts that I have here. Okay. Okay. I'm just so tired. Now I got 3 posts here instead of 2. Okay. Alright, let's take the ATV around the back of the house and park it. And try to get something more done tomorrow. That's after 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, July 18. Right now the sun's behind the cloud. And I need a break. I just need to rest. Grass is getting pretty tall too. I need to take a break from the fence work, and got some grass around the house here too. I'll decide that tomorrow, or whenever I feel like it. Alright, that's all for today. I don't think I'm going to wait for the sunset. Too tired. Catch you on the next one. Bye. Pretty tired. And I'm back home again. I haven't checked the garden since the flood. It's 2 days ago. I'm sure I got some cucumbers and some okra. That's about it. Oh, there could be some beans. But I think the fence along there is probably okay from the flood. But that fence there, I'm just curious to see what it looks like. It's only a 2-strand smooth wire, so I don't think there was that much trash that built up against the fence. But before I call it a day, I'm gonna just drive down, take a look at it, and come back. No work. Just do a fence check down there along that fence there. That's the only one that would have been bothered by the flood. Oh boy, I can tell from here. Both wires, I got 2 wires there. I can see the post, but I can also see the wires are just covered with grass. down there. From there, from the corner, all the way across. Yeah, we're not going to get a closer look. I'm not going to work on it because there's no cattle here, but oh, look at the walnut. Plenty of walnuts this year. Oh, I got distracted again. Let's go down there, take a look. Yeah, but the posts are still standing. That's the main thing. All I gotta do is knock the grass off of this fence. And this end looks like it's okay. I don't know, fence is higher over here or something, but looks like there's some brush on it over that way and that way. That in the middle there, that's where it's the heaviest. Let's get a closer look. I can see some on the fence over there, on the bottom wire over there. Yeah, along there. I think there's some on the top wire over there too, on the left side of that big tree. Yeah, I'll get a closer look on that too. Other than that, I think that's about it. Yeah, I'll have to walk through the fence behind there, but that's probably covered up too. That's the one closest to the creek, the one I just put in this spring. There's a big log fell on that one, or maybe a washed up. I don't know. That's pretty rotten. I don't think it fell. I think it. Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, the rest of it all clogged up here. Looks like there's a big branch on that one over there, and that one post bent over on the other side of that little dip there. So hopefully this is the worst part of the fence. I'm getting low on battery already, and I don't have a backup battery either. I already used it up. All right, let's go down the other end. Take a look. The corner's not so bad. There's a few sticks, I can take them off. Yeah, the only bad part is down that way. I guess that's where the water was the deepest, because it went to the top of that post, bent that one over. This one's okay. Yeah, the water was high enough up there on top, but that wasn't enough force to push it over. Yeah, 1, 2. I got 2 posts that need to be pushed back up and the trash removed, so that won't be too hard to clean up. Well, I see a big pile of brush right there. But the rest of the fence, I see the post, so I'm going to go walk in there and see what I can find. This looks like the worst spot here, but it didn't knock any posts over or it didn't damage the fence. I just got to clear the brush out of the way one of these days, but I got to work on the big pasture first. This one can wait. Oi! My bridge! My bridge is gone. I had a bridge in there. Let's see if I can find it. Good, my bridge is still there. Okay, I'll just leave it. Okay. Mosquitoes are in here. Yeah, that's good. I'll reposition it later. Looks like the water came. I don't know where it came. Looks like water was coming out that way, according to the flow here. The flow of the weeds, they're pushed that way. So the water came out over there, went through here, and came out this way. Okay, and like I said, I can still see all my posts, so I'll check it from the other side. Well, at least this tall grass protected the soil. Soil didn't wash away, so that's good. Probably collected a lot of sediment too. Yeah. Now I got to drive around the corner here, check the rest of that fence over there. I can see the flow of the water. The water was flowing right along through here, and flowing that way too. It pushed all this grass down all the way through here, because that's where that little low spot is, the little branch that goes through there. And now I'm going to go check that out in there. So far it looks okay. I got one post bent over, but not too bad. Looks like the water came out this way, came through this way, through there, and then out the other side. Yeah, and that still got water in it, that hole there. Yeah, I could fix this pretty easy. Yeah, this fence is not too bad. I got a fence down there. I don't know what happened. I got fence looks like it broke. I'll be get a closer look. No, it was a fence. There's a stick. There's a stick there. And that yellow pole is just marking where a fence broke off, or a post got driven down by a fallen tree. I mean, it pushed it all the way down into the ground. Only the white part's sticking up, so I put a pole there so I don't run over it. Yeah, let me see how my pond dam is doing. Looks like the fence is up, but it's just full of stuff. You can tell by the water flow that this ain't the main creek here. This is a ditch dug by the neighbor from his pond up that way. He's got a big pond up there, and the overflow comes down here. So the main creek is over that way. But when the creek overflowed, when all the creek overflowed out there, it backed up over here and flowed out this way. The water came out here, came across the dam, came across this dam area because all the brush is piled up on the other side, and on this side, on the outside, and it flowed through here, went out here, and then covered the whole area here. It flew out that way, flowed out that way. Okay, I think I've seen enough. I'm here, I might as well check the other corner. The corner way over there. Yeah. Now I'm going to drive around this corner. Drive around there to the other side. See how that fence is doing. Sun's getting low. Yeah. There's the house. And there's the barn. Okay, let me head over around this corner. I don't think this corner was even touched by the flood. I think the water flowed through here because I can see how the grass and the leaves are bent over a little bit. Yeah. But the fence looks good. I see a lot of water water comes down from the field on top there, the neighbor's field. It comes down through there. Yeah, and then washes out here. And the water from across the road comes down, comes around there by that tree, around those trees, and comes through here where these weeds are, and actually it maybe spreads out through in here. But you can see where the water flowed across this way from this side. So it came down and came out and spread out. Yeah, looks good. Okay, I'm going to just go out I'm going to go out by the road. I don't want to go back up the hill. At least my weed spraying did a good job in here. See if I can get everything. The barn and the house. And I'm passing by the area where found that baby deer, dead baby deer. There's still a few bones here. Yeah, some bones of the baby deer. Oh well. Oh, here's a nice purple flower. I think that's that's one of the ironweeds. So they're starting to bloom now. Yeah, they're pretty flowers, but I just don't want them spreading too much. Okay, I should spray everything here. I'm gonna take a look at the rest of it since I'm here. I don't come down here very often. There's a big weed. I don't know what those are, but we used to play with them when we were kids. When they're in a big group, they grew up real tall around the barns and stuff. Because Dad never used spray to kill the weeds. And when they got real tall and skinny, we used to use them for spears. Yeah, they're easy to throw. They didn't last long. They're pretty weak, but they were fun to play with. Okay, that's it. Let me head back to the house. Let me go out that way. Oh, on battery. Sun's up there. I think it's around 7 p.m. already. And phone might shut off at any minute now. But I'm just taking a little view of the bottom here. Let me stand up. Yeah, the ironweeds took over. Yeah. Oh well, I'll just let them go. Let them go. I like that tree. I like that yellow birch. There's an ash tree that died years ago and it's still standing. Oh, there's a nice cloud. Take a picture. I like that. That's a nice picture. Okay. Let's head back out to the... Go out that way and go back and be done for today. Alright, I'm going to end it here. With the setting. Well, it's not setting yet, but getting there. Got about another hour or so. It's 7 p.m. now, and there's a fence come across over the hill, coming down here. And there's where that stream comes across from across the road, from the field across the road, goes under the road and comes out here. And I sprayed all this and let the water flow better, and keeps my fence clean too. Yeah, even though there's no cattle here, the water was flowing pretty good because I could tell the grass got accumulated. The water was pushed by the water here, yeah, all the way through here. Okay, and then it trickled through the grass. Okay, I'm going to head out that way and go home. All right, catch you on the next one. Bye. Just after 7 p.m. and I'm back at the house. I think I got a second wind. I don't feel as tired as I was before because I'm not really working. I'm just driving around. There's that brush pile I made from all these limbs on the cedar trees a while back. I don't know when. It's been a while. But I'm not going to burn them until winter, or at least in the fall. Best time would be when the snow's on the ground. I gotta make sure I can have a flowing water from my garden hose so I can keep the flames off the house, off the garage or chicken house, whatever you can call it. But anyway, everything's looking good. All right, I like this open view now. It's a lot better than it was before. All right, park this thing and go in the house and relax. Clean up and relax. Good eat too, of course. Like I said, it's just a little bit after 7 p.m. I can still see my shadow through a gap in the roof. Yeah. I'll say goodnight to my shadow. I'll be going in now. I was going to check the cucumbers, but I still got some. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It's not easy eating all those cucumbers. Not easy. I think altogether I've probably got around 20 so far, and there's probably another 10 out there right now. I can't eat them fast enough. Okay, I'm going to end it here. My battery's ready to shut off. Probably down to a 3% or something. Okay, gotta go. Catch you on the next one. Bye. Well, it's 7:10 p.m. Thursday, July 18. I just came back in the house, and as soon as I finished making that last video before this one with my shadow, my phone shut off because I only had about a few percent, and I had to plug it back in and get the phone started up again. Anyway, now I'm done. Okay, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.